Have you ever wondered how opposites coexist in harmony in the universe? This question leads us directly to the heart of the ancient wisdom of the Kybalion, where we find the principle of polarity. This principle is a valuable key to understanding the duality and unity of everything around us. In the universe, just like in our lives, we constantly face ups and downs. This coexistence of extremes is fundamental to our understanding and balance. Recognizing this duality can be the key to achieving a more harmonious and balanced life. In this video, we will explore the fourth principle of the Kybalion, the principle of polarity. We will discover how this ancient wisdom can help us find balance and harmony in our daily lives. Today, we will dive together into this journey of discovery, where each revelation is an invitation to look deeper into ourselves and the fabric of the universe. If you are ready to embark on this journey of self-knowledge and spiritual expansion, stay with me. And remember, the universe is always by your side, guiding you through each step of this wonderful journey. The Kybalion is a hermetic text that presents 7 universal principles, and polarity is one of the most fascinating. This principle states that everything is dual, everything has poles, everything has its pair of opposites. Let's uncover together the meaning and application of this ancient principle. Introduction to the Principle of Polarity. The Kybalion is a work filled with ancient wisdom that offers us a profound understanding of the principles that govern the universe. One of these fundamental principles is the principle of polarity. This principle teaches us that everything is dual, that everything has 2 poles, and that opposites are, in fact, identical in nature but different in degree. The principle of polarity shows us that everything in the universe has a counterpart, and that these counterparts are interdependent and complementary. Duality, as explained by the principle of polarity, is an essential force that maintains the balance of the cosmos. This balance is evident in all aspects of life and nature: light and darkness, hot and cold, love and hate, good and evil. By understanding that opposites are merely extremes of the same thing, we can begin to see beyond apparent contradictions and recognize the underlying unity of all things. This perception helps us navigate life's challenges with greater wisdom and serenity. This principle also encourages us to seek balance in our own lives. Often, we are drawn to extremes, which can cause imbalance and disharmony. By applying the principle of polarity, we can learn to find a middle ground, a harmony between opposites that allows us to live more balanced and fulfilling lives. Understanding and applying this principle can transform our worldview, helping us see challenges and adversities in a new light. Duality in the universe. The universe is a vast field of dualities, where everything exists in complementary pairs. From cosmic phenomena to subatomic particles, duality is an inherent characteristic of reality. Day turns into night, heat into cold, and tides rise and fall. This dance of opposites creates a natural and cyclical rhythm that governs the order of the cosmos. Understanding duality allows us to appreciate the beauty and complexity of the universe, recognizing that each pole depends on the other to exist. Science also reveals the duality present at all levels of existence. In the field of physics, for example, the wave-particle duality demonstrates that light and other forms of electromagnetic radiation can behave both as particles and as waves. This revolutionary discovery not only challenges our traditional perceptions, but also reminds us that reality is more complex and interconnected than we can imagine. Duality, therefore, is a fundamental aspect of the structure of the universe. Moreover, philosophy and spirituality have explored duality as a path to a deeper understanding of existence. Yin and Yang in Chinese philosophy, for example, symbolize the harmony between opposing forces that make up the whole. These concepts invite us to see beyond superficial divisions and perceive the underlying unity of all things. By accepting and integrating duality into our worldview, we can achieve a more balanced and holistic understanding of life. Human duality. Duality also manifests deeply in the human experience. Our lives are a constant oscillation between opposing emotions, thoughts, and situations. We experience joy and sadness, success and failure, love and fear. Recognizing and accepting this duality is crucial for our personal and spiritual growth. By understanding that these opposites are part of the same reality, we can learn to navigate them with more balance and wisdom. Our interpersonal relationships are another field where duality manifests evidently. The interaction between two people involves the combination of their opposing energies, which can create harmony or conflict. Learning to deal with these polarities can enrich our connections, promoting deeper understanding and more effective communication. Accepting duality in relationships helps us see challenges as opportunities to grow and evolve together. Furthermore, duality influences our daily choices and actions. Every decision we make involves considering opposite options and their respective outcomes. Awareness of duality allows us to make more informed and balanced decisions, recognizing that each choice has its own set of benefits and challenges. By embracing duality in our lives, we can live more consciously, appreciating the richness and complexity of the human experience. Polarity and personal growth. The principle of polarity plays a vital role in our personal growth, offering a framework to understand and overcome life's challenges. Every difficulty we face has an opposite pole of opportunity and learning. By recognizing that tough moments are just one extreme of the spectrum, we can begin to see each obstacle as an opportunity to grow and evolve. This perspective allows us to turn adversities into stepping stones for personal development. Applying the principle of polarity in our personal development helps us balance our emotions and thoughts. For instance, in moments of anger or frustration, we can consciously seek the opposite pole by cultivating feelings of calm and compassion. This practice not only helps balance our emotions, but also teaches us to respond to challenging situations more constructively. The emotional balance achieved through understanding polarity leads us to a state of greater internal harmony. Moreover, the principle of polarity helps us recognize and integrate our shadow aspects. We all have qualities and behaviors we prefer to avoid or deny, but accepting these parts of ourselves is crucial for personal growth. By accepting both the light and the shadow within us, we can work to transform negative aspects into positive ones. This process of integration allows us to live more authentically and fully, harnessing our complete human potential. Practical applications of the principle of polarity. Applying the principle of polarity in daily life can bring numerous improvements to our personal and professional lives. One practical way to do this is by developing resilience. When we face difficult situations, we can remember that these moments are just one side of the spectrum and that eventually the opposite pole, the solution or resolution, will also manifest. This mindset helps us tackle challenges with a positive attitude and find creative solutions to problems. Another practical application of the principle of polarity is in conflict resolution. Instead of viewing conflict as a struggle between irreconcilable opposites, we can see that each position represents an extreme of a spectrum of possibilities. By seeking a middle ground or a third alternative that integrates opposing viewpoints, we can resolve conflicts more effectively and harmoniously. This approach promotes cooperation and mutual understanding, creating a more collaborative environment. The principle of polarity can also be applied in decision-making. Often, we make decisions based on extremes, choosing between two opposing options. However, by considering polarity, we can explore intermediate solutions that combine the best aspects of both options. This balanced approach not only helps us make more informed and fair decisions, but also allows us to approach life in a more flexible and adaptable manner. With practice, the conscious use of the principle of polarity can significantly transform our way of thinking and acting. Polarity and spirituality. In the spiritual realm, the principle of polarity offers a profound understanding of the dual nature of existence and our spiritual journey. Many spiritual paths teach that enlightenment or spiritual awakening involves integrating the opposites within us. This means accepting and unifying the light and darkness, the good and the bad, within our own consciousness. This process of integration is essential for achieving a state of unity and spiritual harmony. Polarity also helps us understand the concept of spiritual balance. In many traditions, balance is seen as the key to inner peace and spiritual fulfillment. This involves finding a middle ground between extremes, such as rigorous asceticism and complete indulgence, or between spiritual isolation and participation in the material world. By balancing these opposing aspects, we can cultivate a spiritual path that is both sustainable and enriching, promoting a sense of wholeness and purpose. Furthermore, the principle of polarity teaches us that the deepest spiritual experiences often arise from the interaction between opposites. For example, moments of great challenge or suffering can lead to profound spiritual insights and significant growth. Similarly, states of spiritual joy and ecstasy can arise after periods of introspection and inner work. Recognizing this dynamic of polarity helps us value all experiences as essential parts of our spiritual journey, allowing us to navigate the spiritual path with more grace and understanding. Overcoming challenges with the principle of polarity. The principle of polarity is a powerful tool for overcoming challenges, offering us a new perspective on the difficulties we face. When we understand that every adverse situation has an opposite pole of positive potential, we can begin to see challenges as opportunities for growth. This principle teaches us that adversity and opportunity are two sides of the same coin. Thus, when facing a problem, we can ask, what is the hidden positive potential here? This shift in perspective helps us transform obstacles into stepping stones for personal and professional progress. Besides changing our perspective, the principle of polarity also provides practical methods for dealing with difficulties. One such technique is the practice of positive polarization. Instead of focusing solely on the negative aspects of a situation, we can consciously seek and emphasize the positive aspects. This does not mean ignoring problems, but rather balancing our view to include the potential for growth and learning. For example, when facing failure, we can reflect on the lessons learned and how these lessons can better prepare us for the future. Another important aspect of overcoming challenges with the principle of polarity is developing emotional resilience. By understanding that negative emotions are just one pole of the human experience, we can work to balance them with positive emotions. Practices such as meditation, gratitude, and positive reflection help us cultivate a balanced emotional state. This allows us to face difficulties with more calm and clarity, reducing the impact of stress and anxiety. Emotional resilience makes us more capable of navigating life's ups and downs, keeping us centered and focused on our goals. Today, we explored the principle of polarity present in the Kybalion and its various applications in our lives. From understanding the dualities in the universe and human life to the practical use of this principle for personal growth and overcoming challenges, we have seen how this ancient wisdom can be profoundly transformative. Accepting and balancing polarities offer us a path to a more harmonious and enriching existence. As we conclude, it is important to reflect on the significance of recognizing and balancing polarities in our lives. The principle of polarity reminds us that, even amidst difficulties, there is always a positive aspect waiting to be discovered and harnessed. I encourage you to apply the teachings of this principle in your daily life. Remember, harmony between opposites is possible and accessible to all of us, and this pursuit of balance can bring a new dimension of peace and understanding to our lives. If these words resonated with you, leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring content about spirituality and spiritual growth. Thank you for joining me on this journey of spiritual awakening. Let's create a community of mutual support where we can inspire each other to live with more inner freedom and authenticity every step of the way. Leave a comment sharing your reflections and experiences with the principle of polarity. How do you apply or intend to apply the principle of polarity in your daily routine? What difficulties or ease have you encountered? Your story might be the light that guides others on their own awakening journeys. May the light always guide your path.